We have a Coppola questions before we move on.
I don't even know why we're bothering to ask questions. Because it's like, I feel like we were just raped. I feel like we were just raped and left for dead in a ditch somewhere.
I don't know.
Why would Julie explain anything about her daughter to Joe at the gas station if she's in a hurry to help her? Like, to get to the hospital and help her? Like, wouldn't proximity be a thing? Maybe not. I don't know. Why the fuck does she talk to Joe in the first place? Just leave. Yeah.
Well, because he screwed it up, I guess.
Yeah, he screwed it up. Why would you talk to the... I don't know. Just...
Yeah, the opening doesn't make any sense to me, because my other question is, why does she need a ride to Mobile if she has her own truck?
She's out of it, man. She was choked.
They just leave her truck at the truck stop and Joe drives her in his truck to the hospital? Why is she getting choked by a random guy in a truck stop when she was trying to head to the hospital?
Would she have ended up banging that dude if, like...
Well, like you said, her daughter crashed during the day, and it's nighttime now. So why has it been so many hours between now and when she's actually doing something about it? I think that was just they shot that later.
Yeah,
I guess. And her daughter's been in a coma.
Yeah, it was too sunny, and they didn't have any scrims on that day, so they're just like, shoot it at night. Nobody will think about it.
I just still am trying to figure out why the fuck she was there at a random truck stop instead of being at the hospital, or why she needed a ride. I don't understand.
Maybe she was like on her way back from a delivery or something.
From a job. Yeah. That's what I
guess. But then why does she need some other guy to drive her in his truck? She has her own. She was about to get in her own truck and he stopped her.
She's too hysterical, man.
And then
that's why he like claps at her and he's like, "Hey, what did he call her? Buster.
Buster.
Hey, Buster." Yeah, she was out of it. She was too out of it to drive. That's why. But the acting doesn't convey that because she's a terrible actress. See,
yeah,
that's fine. I don't know what the fuck. Wouldn't the magic nurse know that the spirit of Joe's dead wife was in the room if she could see Julie and Billy and all that shit?
Nurse.
They look too similar. She couldn't.
I honestly
all white people look the same. Okay.
No, I'm not even joking. I thought they were the same person. Like I thought they just used the same actress, and that was to be cheap.
Yeah.
There were a couple of times where I could tell she was different, but that whole opening part, I didn't realize it was two different women.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Just her daughter's spirit trying to leave, and then it was super confusing and fuck. Which I think was, was probably intentional.
I'm guessing there was more, but William Randolph Hearst's granddaughter was such a terrible actress that they were like, "Fuck, we can't use any of this."
Did we say Patty Hearst in the beginning?
Yeah, it was Patty Hearst is her mom.
Oh, that's right, William
Randolph Hearst is her grandpa. It just slowly gets worse each generation of that family.
Patty Hearst was the highlight.
William Randolph Hearst was like the fucking Rupert Murdoch of the day. And then it turned into Patty Hearst, who got kidnapped and got Stockholm syndrome and was a terrible actress for the rest of her life.
I only know about her from Warren Zevon. Roland's the Headless Thompson Gunner.
God damn it.
It's a good song.
How did Joe get back from Biloxi to
Yeah, he just has his
Mobile?
Bag and he shows up.
How did he get his bag? Like, he has a suitcase full of clothes. If he's not allowed to get personal effects, then where the fuck did that come from?
Maybe he was staying in a hotel, something nearby the truck depot, and he was able to go get his bag of clothes. Or he just stole some clothes from a Kohl's or something on his way over.
He just popped in and stole some clothes. Got a suitcase. I went to Goodwill.
I mean, she pays for him to get his box of shit back, so maybe she called a cab for him or something because he called. We just didn't see it. I mean,
I looked it up and it's like 90 miles or something like that. It's pretty far. So
he wouldn't have been able to get a bus because it was also out in the middle of the woods. So I mean, I'm guessing he got either maybe someone owed her a favor or something. Maybe the disabled guy at the truck depot drove him out. I guess the easiest explanation is that she
pedals,
just
Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the easiest explanation is that she just called him a cab and
there's a sandwich out of his pocket. Would you like it? Hungry?
She's like, 2 sandwiches. Oh boy. So he was fine getting a tug under the covers from his girlfriend's daughter, but when she tries to have sex with him later, he turns her away.
Listen, dude, hand job. That's
not
cheating.
really sex. Yeah,
it's not cheating, dude.
It's just sort of put on the spot. Maybe he was just weirded out later because it was like his dead wife spirit.
His dead wife daughter.
Doped up daughter dope. Sorry, that's a reference to a Frogs song. Nobody will ever get that one.
He tries to get up because he's like, "Oh, I'll help you." Like, I guess he just doesn't want to be like, "Hey, stop jacking me off" or something, in front of her. He just doesn't know what to do.
I think he's
not really okay with it because he is just sort of like, "Oh, I'll help." Like, I need to get out of this situation in the most tactful way possible.
She's like, "Why's your dick out?" Oh, you mean my schlong?
My fwang?
My wang.
Little Chucky. Or Lucky Chucky.
Lucky
Chucky.
That was her husband's name, right?
Chuck, yeah.
Chuck.
So Billy's mom let him move in and left her alone in the house with a filthy drunk truck driver, and she doesn't even know his last name.
It's kind of in character based on what we see of her being a shitty mom, I guess, and making terrible choices.
Yeah,
but she does mention she never brings the guys home that she picks up at the lots or whatever, because when he first shows up or something, when she's like, "You gotta sleep on the couch because I don't normally bring him home." I guess
I don't usually bring him home with me. Usually you fuck in the back of the truck.
Usually they choke me in a bathroom at the truck stop.
Fucking guys.
They check me for the herpes. Did they buy that generator with the drug money that they got, or was it just there?
It was there from the squatters that live there now, strung up lights. Again, did they buy the string lights that you can get at Costco that I'm looking at right now? It's the same lights I have in my yard.
But so that was what they stopped and got, was like, we need money for the road. Let's get some whiskey, a generator, and some string lights.
And like for the road, you go back to your burned out house. You're not going on the road. So
did he live in Mobile? What the fuck, dude?
I think it was supposed to be, that he lived there and he was still trucking around that area.
I know from personal experience, because I had to buy a generator when we moved into this house, that they cost at least $500. So I don't think those dudes had $500.
Well, they were dealers, so maybe they just didn't spend it on
all they had was Fruit Loops and Miracle Whip. And
hey, priorities.
You don't think they kept
maybe they got
pods?
the generator from them? I don't know.
Yeah, true. They could have just
they robbed the generator. I don't think you're supposed to think about it. I'm just thinking about I think he lives in Mobile, and like he's not getting like long haul trucker jobs. Although maybe he is, but also he sucks. So
he's clearly terrible at his job.
6 days late or whatever. He's probably one of those truckers where they just sort of like their local jobs that you drive around with, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe just back and forth to Mobile and Biloxi or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe he's working for Chris Coppola from Arsenal.
Yeah.
Whoa.
A lot of weird.
Started a new business in New Orleans. You fucker.
Like a picao.
How old was Joe when Mary died? Because they make it seem like it was like a decade ago and last week interchangeably.
He looks really young in the picture that they have. Well, at least a lot younger than he is now. Like, I don't know. It felt to me like they were supposed to be around the same age. Like it was when he was 20 or 30 or something. Yeah. Maybe not.
I mean, looks like she's like 22 when they see her in the ghost scene.
Right.
I don't know. That one was like, so it was like, how long ago did all that happen?
Yeah, I guess you can gauge by checking the picture of him and see if, because I thought he looked substantially younger in the picture that they show right at the end as it's burning.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have to be a more recent picture of Nick Cage that they doctored up, I guess, or it was just supposed to be a few years prior.
He shaved for that one.
Yeah.
Seems like a beard ages Cage pretty heavily.
Mm-hmm. He looks good with it. Honestly, anyway, I think he also looks good with long hair, too.
He looks more like the trashy hillbilly that he always seems to play when he has long hair and a beard.
And a southern accent.
Yeah. Grand Isle. He looks exactly the same in Grand Isle as this. So
somebody on that Reddit thread pointed out he looks like the aged up version of his character from Con Air in that one official shot of him or whatever. So it's like,
yeah. So was Mary just going to kill Joe? Was that the plan? She brought him back to the house and she was going to kill him?
Kind of what I figured. She wanted revenge on him. I figured that she wanted to like kill him and her again and basically drag him down to hell with her so that she would never be alone again because she was pissed at him for leaving her alone all the time. So she was coming back to get revenge on him by killing him and taking him with her. It kind of works if you think about it.
She still loves fucking him, so I don't know.
Well, it's the poetry. She loves that.
Yeah.
The
she loves the poetry. The art de triomphe. As you fucked my face. So good. Keep reading. So good. Your peach juice all over my penis. Fucking A.
I really hope we get an old way style interaction out of this where somebody who worked on the movie comments on this and can explain why the fuck Nick Cage is reading Nick Cage poetry in this movie.
Where the hell did that come from? Like, did he just have that? Like, he already had a book that he wrote?
He just finished a trip to Paris and he was, I got some poetry.
I wrote some poetry about the 18-year-old I married.
Second one.
The second one. That one aged out.
Jesus.
Oh god, he's such a weird dude. He's so weird. From what little you can see of him in actual interviews like that.
Yeah. He's eccentric. I think it's the word. All right, I got 3 more questions here. So was the plan for Julie to sacrifice herself to keep Mary from taking back Billy's body? Was that like she planned to die in that scene?
Maybe maybe that was supposed to be foreshadowing when he's like, wouldn't just shooting you be easier? But I think it was maybe they were going to use the gun to subdue Mary and then have Joe choke her so she can go get Billy's soul and stick it back in Mary's body.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
No, but
not at all.
I mean, before Billy Mary hits Julie in the head, she's talking about how she needs Joe to choke her out so she can go get her daughter back or whatever. So maybe they were just trying to stick for that. And they figured like she'd convinced Mike or whatever that Joe was basically being held hostage by her daughter. And so he would still be in on the plan if they could talk some sense into him.
Which I think he would be, but he did kill a guy. So I think he was kind of resigning himself to his life being over at that point.
Yeah. How did they find him?
She choked him, or he choked her. And she's like Charles Xavier, dude. She can find people.
Instead of Cerebro, it's
it's cerebral palsy instead of Cerebro. What the fuck was the point of that little scene of Joe killing his dad before the credits? Why was that even in the movie? Just to show that he wasn't a good guy? Like he was a murderer, kind of?
Is it supposed to show that does it tie into Magic Black Lady talking about like if you kill somebody in a horrible way, they stick around? So maybe it's supposed to be like Joe's dad's spirit is hanging out with him, trying to convince him to do terrible shit or possessing him.
That's why his life was terrible the whole time. Was like,
Yeah, I guess taken literally, it's just like he's had a shit life right from the get-go, but doesn't seem to serve any purpose whatsoever for the actual movie story.
I don't get it at all. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why? Why is it in there? There's so many things that are just like, what the fuck, dude? What were you thinking? Why?
And that feels
You
like
got
I blame
money
that
to
one
make a
on
movie,
the
and this is
editor.
what you came up with.
I blame that one on the editor that tried to salvage it because they did not have to include that in the cut.
Yeah.
And
Just shot of the picture on the ground, credits.
Mhm.
Why is this in here?
Yeah, he has a terrible record of ending films that he's handed to fix. Like driving fucking...
I mean, that's better than Dark, so it's a better ending than Dark.
Is it though?
Well,
that guy didn't edit Dying or Dark. He edited Dying of the Light.
That's what he's saying.
Crash.
That he's got terrible ending, and that was a terrible ending to Dying of the Light too. But I think now that we've seen what the final product would have been under Schrader, that's a better ending than Dark was.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that's how he intended it to actually end. Dark. I mean, he did because he claim like he didn't get to shoot the ending he wanted to shoot.
I don't know.
No, I think he shot everything he wanted to shoot. He just didn't have access to all the footage.
Couldn't edit it
But
the way
he
wanted
did because he took like shots from the actual finalized movie. He just didn't put those into his cut.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, we're off topic.
Anyways,
I think honestly, didn't we talk about they did like reshoots and stuff for it? Like it felt like the whole thing with the. I mean, we're not talking about Dying of the Light, but it felt like the whole going to the hotel and getting shot up and stuff to the very end when he goes to Veneer felt like reshot endings.
it was
like,
reshot. Yeah,
like Schrader didn't even.
I
get
think
to do
Schrader
that.
was still there for all of that.
Okay. They just made him do all of that. And that's not how he wanted to end it originally.
Yeah, he wanted to end it with a TV screen flickering and screaming.
Yeah.
Look at the movies that we've watched on this fucking show, dude. Good God. Then my final question is, why are the credits to this pile of garbage that felt like it was made by 12 people 7 fucking minutes long? Why? The movie's like 90 minutes long, and the 7 minutes of it was the fucking credits.
I got nothing for that.
No.
Yeah, okay.
What's with the flash forwards at a couple of times? Is Joe supposed to be psychic? Are we supposed to be seeing what he's seeing, which is like fucking and getting shot in the head? Like those are the two things, or getting a gun pulled on him. It seems like those are the only things he seems to have premonitions about.
I don't
or
know,
that
man.
we, the audience, have premonitions about.
I feel like it was her, like, I think she said at one point that she wanted to make it a non-linear film, but then was forced into a linear edit. And
God, that would have been so
much
worse.
worse. When a person who obviously can't make a linear story tries to make a non-linear story, wow. Even people who are great at non-linear stories make them confusing as fuck. Christopher Nolan.
Oh, right? Yeah. That's his whole thing.
That's his whole thing. I can't. What the fuck is going on in half of those movies? Like, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
Like, I thought it was just he's hanging out with Julie, so he's starting to get some of her psychic powers. But again, like we said, she's not psychic. She's only can astral project, I guess, in near-death experiences. It's not like she gets visions of stuff or premonitions. Or maybe she does because she could tell when her daughter was dying.
Yeah. Well, I thought she was saying like she. Yeah, I guess that's true. She knew that her daughter was dying. So, but I thought it was only when she was like being choked or on the verge of death that she could impart those visions onto other people as well. But whatever.
Maybe because Joe was around when she did it, some of it bled over into him, and he was starting to get visions of fucking and getting murdered. I guess the only way he was picking it up. I don't.
Well, I thought the first one when he like sees himself fucking her was him just like, oh, that's what's gonna happen if I go in for coffee.
Yeah,
Sweet,
but then it's like literally a shot from that scene. Like he would have no idea that that's what her inside of her house looks like and everything.
Yeah,
so it's like, it'd be believable if it was a completely different thing in his imagination, I guess. But it was like a straight up actual premonition of what's going to happen. And that's the question is like, is he seeing that, or is it just for us? Like the audience is supposed to be getting a flash forward and it's not something that he's experiencing, but who knows?
Yeah. It's the same thing with the kid in the last scene where it's like, is he seeing the kid? Because there's no evidence that that's actually happening based on what Nick is doing in the scene. So he looks like he's just shitting his pants in a corner.
I thought he was just like whacked out and just had a psychotic break and just wanted to die.
I mean, that's how I felt at the end of the movie.
Yeah, and it
the
felt
only
like
part of the movie I identified with
was supposed to be that he lights a cigarette and then puts it out on himself, and that's what starts the fire. Yeah. But instead, they decided to do it more realistically when he lights the Zippo because the fumes would have immediately ignited everything. So maybe they had a moment of like, oh, fuck, that doesn't make sense. We need to actually make this realistic for some reason.
Even when he's burning, he's not reacting to the fire at all. Like he's just standing there on fire, which I don't know if anybody's watched any of those immolation videos, but that's not how it goes, you know, unless you're a monk and you've trained for decades to not respond to it, which by the way, that dude still ended up screaming at some point. So, you know, whatever. Took it dark. I'm sorry.
This got real dark. Holy shit.
Yeah. Anyways, any other questions?
Are we done yet?
I just wanted to reiterate that the music was awful. That's my other note that I had.
Yep. Yes, it was.
Goosebumps tier music. 90s kids programming played distractingly loud over every scene.